Greetings and welcome to Wild Witch. So we're talking about magic today, right? And so what is the definition of magic? And for me, magic, my definition is simply magic is a way to access our infinite potential. In other words, to access our subconscious. It's a time-proven way used in the East, used in Africa, in our indigenous knowledge systems for years and years and years. Simply a way to impress what we want to impress upon the subconscious. I'm still fascinated and I'm still intrigued, and I still cannot understand how everybody isn't rushing to figure out how to tap into the power of the subconscious, right? It's common knowledge. We use 15% of our mental capacity, of our potential. It's common knowledge that the subconscious is like the iceberg below the water. The 15% that we know about that's driving us is on the tip of the iceberg. That's what we know about ourselves. And the rest, the 85%, is below water, right? And that 85% drives us. It's the reason for why we do what we do and how we do it, right? So it's the relationships, the capacity to hold wealth, all the reasons why we are the way we are and how to change it, how to get what we want lies in the subconscious. And yet none of us are, not many of us seem to be interested to access this part. It always fascinates me. And hypnosis, by the way, is another way to access that I find is a way to access, of course, the subconscious. But if you're not in hypnosis, you don't know how to hypnotize, self-hypnotize, and if you aren't using so-called magic, then how are you tapping into this infinite potential, your true power? So I suppose the question then becomes, how do we access this infinite potential? How do we harness it to get what we want, whether it's the car, whether it's the house, whether it's spiritual evolution? How do we do it? And the first thing is we need to learn how to speak the language of the subconscious. It's different from the conscious mind, right? So the subconscious speaks in images and symbols, and we're also learning that feelings are actually the access point for the subconscious. So this is actually what the course is about, right? Short, fun course. All my work is fun, as you guys know. So what we're going to learn here in three things we're going to learn on the course, right? First is how to actually create a word spell. Yeah, we all know about the power of word, and power of word simply isn't about doing what you're going to say you're going to do. It's an important part, but there's a lot more. So we're going to learn how to use the power of the word. We're going to use how to create the physical representation of what we want. So that thing we want internally, we need to give it a physical symbol on the outside, and that's what we're going to learn. And then the third thing we're going to learn is how to cast the so-called spell. So this is how we're going to harness and direct the power of the subconscious using word, using feeling, using visualization. So put your witchy and your wizard's hats on. It's a short, fun course. Pop us an email if you have any questions.